Hi, this is Carol Stiles at healthykitchens.com. Today I'd like to show you our brand new ice cream maker attachment for your Bosch Universal Plus machines. Now please note that I've said Bosch Universal Plus because the ice cream makers will only work on a 4-tab bowl, and the older units, which are 3-tab where your splash ring hooks in, will not work. So only people who have a Bosch Universal Plus can use the ice cream maker. It's basically two parts. We have a steel container with a middle shaft up the middle, which is what hooks onto the steel shaft up the middle of our Universal Plus bowl. And then we have the lid that hooks onto the bowl with a little wand or a paddle, you could call it, that's doing the work of churning the ice cream while it's working. Now, so it's very simple, very easy to use. So you take your Bosch Universal bowl and you just drop the ice cream maker in there. It'll hook into it. You'll know it's in when it's there. And then you just add the lid on top, and it will hook onto the 4 places that your splash ring would hook into, with the opening at the top so that you can pour your ice cream in. Now I'm going to make it a little differently than what it talks about in the book. This is the old-fashioned way of making it, and the reason why we do it this way is so that we don't get the ice cream starting to get hard before it starts turning. So what we suggest is we're going to put the ice in first and then the salt. Now I have already made up my ice cream mixture. Usually we cook it up if it's eggs that you're going to use, but I'm doing a recipe from our little booklet that comes with the ice cream maker that uses cream cheese, where we've mixed it with the Bosch whips along with some raspberries and some cream, and the exact recipe is we put in it's 85 ounces. It's about a 2/3 or a third of a bar of cream cheese. We get 250 grams here in Canada, so about a third of that goes in our Bosch bowl with the whips. And to that we add in a cup of sugar, get it mixed up. It has 1.5 cups of raspberry puree, and then to that we've added a cup of milk, and it has to be Homo milk, it can't be skim, and a cup of whipping cream. And that's what I've mixed up in here. You also can use a blender to mix, or if you're doing eggs, then you will have to cook your mixture up. But you want to have that mixture done first before you go to start to make your ice cream. Now to do the ice cream, there's 2 things that we need. We need some ice cubes, and I generally save them up from my ice freezer. And so when I've got enough, I know I can make a good batch of ice cream. And you can make a couple batches with this because it makes 1.5 liters at a time. You could use the same ice and salt and make a second batch right after it because you're not having to refreeze the container. You just want to add a little more ice to it. Here is the salt I'm going to use, which is a pickling salt or a kosher salt. A little harder or denser than the normal table salt, but table salt will work if that's all you have. Now what I suggest is we get it all assembled, and I start putting the ice in all the way around the edge here first, not the mixture in the bowl, the ice in first. And so we put in maybe about a third of the ice at the bottom, and I have to drop it in all sides. And then onto that, we're going to add and layer the salt. Now the salt is designed to freeze the ice, freeze the mixture faster. And if you don't put enough salt in, your mixture will take a much longer time to freeze. So we're going to just put a little bit of salt in with the ice as we layer it in. Okay, I'm just finishing up putting the ice cubes right up to the top of the bowl, and approximately a cup of salt have added as I've been going around, layering it in with the ice. And so we're ready to go now. So we're going to turn the machine on speed 1, and once it's on speed 1, I'm going to pour our ice cream mixture through the hole in the top here of the funnel. There we go, get it started. Then pour your mixture comes with it. We just put it inside. And you can see when I pull it out, we get a nice mixture, almost like a soft ice cream mixture. And that way it tells us we're right at the right consistency for making the ice cream. Tastes great too. Now, to take it apart, I'm just going to undo the lid here by unlocking it. And using this little scraper, we'll scrape down the ice cream into the container. And you could eat it just out of here like it is, but what we normally do is freeze it for 4 or 5 hours. This is 1.5 liters that this will make. Now, if I wanted to make more ice cream here, and we've let this go about 20 to 30 minutes, so I could take this container out, empty it, put another mixture in, add a little more ice around it as we go, and pour the mixture in again, and make another 1.5 liters right after this one. And that way you don't have to freeze the container again or anything like that. You just have to have a little more ice to make your mixture. But you can see the consistency of the ice cream. It's beautiful, has no chemicals in it, no preservatives. It's a nice natural flavor to it with the fruit. And you could add anything you want. You could add chocolate chips in here. You could put in pecans or walnuts or anything you'd like to have in your ice cream. You can make it yourself without having to go and purchase it at the store. And you'll know what you're eating, and you know that you're getting a really good nutrition, good tasting food for your family. Hi, here we have our finished ice cream, our raspberry cream cheese icing. It's ice cream. It's been in the freezer a couple hours, and you can see what a nice consistency it has. It has a great taste to it. And you can't beat when you have homemade ice cream, and it doesn't have all the chemicals and the other things that they put in, artificial sweeteners, etc. And this is just delicious. It's ready to serve to anybody. So just a couple hours in your freezer after you've taken it out of your ice cream maker, and you have your ice cream ready to eat. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you're interested in getting an ice cream freezer, I also want to attachments. I also want to remind you that it works also on our Artiste machine, which you see here in the background, because it's been designed for both the Bosch Universal Plus and the new Nutrimill Artiste mixers, so that you can use them with both machines in the same way that I've used it here with our Bosch Universal. If you wish to order, our toll-free number is 1-888-735-1044.